Well, the older you get, the more you go through. This week, I cracked my $1,000 phone. I had $1,000 car breakdown. And to top it all off, in the middle of the night, I dropped my pee jug and pee went all over my bed in the back seat. Yeah, I had a hard on, like, when guys sleep at night, sometimes your penis gets hard, and I woke up in the middle of the night to get the pee jug, and I was trying to like finagle my penis because it was hard, and then try to get it in the pee jug, and the whole thing dropped. So for some people that may be offensive, the last part or any part, but that's life. Life is all these things, and I get upset about that because I get frustrated, especially as I get older, that God makes such a world where there's always something, always. Now, I balance that thought with saying, look, there's some people that have extreme sickness. Some people have a lot worse issues than me. So I also have gratitude, okay, because I understand life. I've seen life. I've not lived a sheltered life. I've seen a variety of things. But I have both thoughts. So I share with you both thoughts. And you have to learn, or you got to try to trick yourself on how do you mentally overcome a bad week, a bad day. Because like I say, as you get older, you're going to have no choice. And many people get stuck, in this moment. They get, their phone cracks and they can't believe it, and it paralyzes them. And they look at it once, twice, like, sometimes you got to check it a couple times. But look, once you checked it a couple times, it is what it is. So what can you do? Okay. Well, one is if the phone's not cracked on the face of it, just get a case. I didn't have a case, and ride it out as long as it works. And even for time period, if it cracks on your screen, if it still works, you're not ready to get a new phone, just keep rocking with it. Okay. What do you do when your car breaks down? Well, you look at it once, twice. Shit. My sunroof, the whole thing broke and flew off. And I went to the Jeep dealership, and it's $1,000 part repair. Okay. And so for a moment I thought, is it time to get a new car? Is it time to get a part repair? And so I said, it's time to get a part repair. So what are you going to do? You order the part and you wait a week for it to arrive. You're inconvenienced. You pee on yourself in the middle of the night. Okay. What do? You curse God. Okay. And then you go to laundromat first thing in the morning. How do you overcome? Take a moment to let it set in, and then take a moment to take the next step in moving forward. Because you have no choice, okay? Like, you have a choice in life, okay, on many things. And you could technically just sit in a puddle of pee. Literally, there's some people, they just sit in a pile of dookie in their life. They don't know how to clean up the mess. But what I've learned from that is that you're just going to get a rash. You just make your life suffer more. So you got to feel the pain, and you got to take the next step. And you got to wait for parts to be delivered. You may have to wait for a phone upgrade. You may have to wait for a new car. You may have to wait. Okay. But what should you do? Keep living your life. Keep focusing on your routine, waking up on time, being productive. Keep showing up to your job or your tasks. Keep eating healthy. Don't sedate the pain through weed, through unhealthy food, through bullshit. Keep doing what you need to do, because the world doesn't stop. And you make your suffering more when you stop. Life is motion. Life is a rhythm. It's energy. And if you stop and you think, well, if I stop, like, the world doesn't revolve around you. It doesn't revolve around me. I'm a YouTube star. Believe me, I can tell you. The world doesn't revolve around anyone. It doesn't matter if you're Mike Tyson. What did the Mike Tyson fight this weekend teach us? One, as I told you, it's always overhyped, okay? Even when he was in his peak, because it was always like either a quick fight or a drug. It was never worth it to order the pay-per-view. And the second thing is age matters. As vicious as Mike was, look, guys, he was still in great shape for 50 years old. So is Roy Jones. Age affects you. If you think you're going to wait till you're 65 to move to Florida and enjoy it, you're out of your mind. Okay. At 65, look how beat up Michael looked. Look what happened to Muhammad Ali. I hate to say that because I know he had got dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. So look, anything can happen to any of us at any time. But what I'm trying to tell you is time keeps passing. And whether you pee on yourself or whatever happens in your week or your day, you're going to have to figure out, okay, you don't really have to figure out anything. What you got to do is just take the next step. Take a moment to take the hit, and then you got to go to the next step because life goes on. Okay. And as I get older, I realize the value of planting the seed and just waiting for it to grow. Okay, you may have to wait. You may have to wait a week for parts to arrive. You may have to wait for your dreams to be realized, but you have to stay in motion. And you have to keep pushing forward, because the opposite of that, the opposite of just looking at what's damaged and thinking it's going to get better by just like staring at what's wrong, it doesn't. Take your moment, but just keep moving. And I do feel better that, look, I just kept it moving this week. And I am thankful that I live a minimalistic life. I share with you guys often that I don't think you can eliminate the pain in life. I don't think everyone should live in their car. I think you should live a more simple life. I think most people, especially in first world countries, they have too much stuff, and a lot of their suffering is not due to the Federal Reserve. It's not due to the economy. It's not due to Trump. It's not due to Biden. It's due to they made their life a wreck because they keep acquiring. They got a storage unit. I know people living in poverty, they pay $200 a month for a storage unit. Guys, you just cut your net worth down by $200 a month. Get rid of that storage unit. That's extra $200. Add that to your Social Security. Add that to your disability. I know people ain't visit their storage unit longer than you wouldn't believe. Ballin' Thug, good to see you, brother. Great to see my members. I went to a friend's house the other day. He lives in a small town, Kansas. Well, I think that's Kansas. Well, we got a viewer in here, Cameron from Kansas. Love to you, Ballin' Thug. Ain't see you in a while, brother. Hope you're doing good. How are you, man? Do I like a small town feel? Well, I don't like I've been in cities. I've been in small town, suburbia, country land. I don't like in the middle of nowhere. I kind of like in a decently populated area, but in the cut. My man, Internally Inspired, uploaded a video today. He showed some things like that. Ballin' Thug, Kansas. He had mice everywhere. I hate mice. We had a rat infestation in my house at one point growing up. And what I could tell you is it's a total disaster, okay? Because wherever there's one mouse or one rat, there's going to be a lot more. Why? They breed quick, okay? So what I could tell you is this. You better get we had sticky traps to get them. And I was the only man in the house. I had to pick up all the mice, put them in a trash bag, and get rid of them. It was a disaster, okay? I can't tell you how many mice we had. Between the basement and all the house, they ran. It took about a month to get rid of them all. Through sticky traps. We put peanut butter on the end of the sticky traps. It was a disaster. So what I can tell you is this. He also said that we had mice everywhere, and they were crazy ones living in a car. Look, I've had a bug infestation living in my car in Florida during the summer. I don't know what it was, like the flying cockroaches they have. And what I can tell you is that's a disaster. How do you get rid of them? The Raid traps. I had the Raid spray, but you don't want to spray them. You want to get the Raid traps where it goes in there, it gets the food, it takes it back to its children and kills the whole bunch of them, okay? So don't keep food in your car. If you live in your car in Florida, especially in the summer, don't keep cereal boxes. Why? Because you got a storage unit and you're trying to save money on food. That's a disaster, okay? I come against all storage units in the name of Jesus, okay? Like I remember I used to go to Pentecostal church and say, we come against every ungodly thing in the name of Jesus. I come against the storage unit in the name of Jesus. Okay. I can't believe people living in poverty and they keep a storage unit. Don't believe it. I don't understand it. Mental disorder. You say, screw you, Inspirational Nomad. I'm doing me. I'm not mad at you. I'm doing me. I'm making a video. This is my channel. This ain't storage unit wars. This Inspirational Nomad. Let's talk about a bad week. I peed on myself this week. What I do? I went to a laundromat. I had a crack phone. What I do? I ordered a $25 new case from Amazon, and I made it happen. King, $5 super chat. Damn it! I appreciate that. Why do I feel fear sometimes over certain things, And what's your best advice on overcoming things that may seem overwhelming? Thanks, bro. Well, thank you. Well, why do you feel fear? Answer, because you're a human. We all fear it. We all have fear. Mike Tyson says every time he gets in the ring, he has fear. So it doesn't matter if you're Mike Tyson or a midget. And it doesn't matter if you're in a boxing ring or if you're just going to Walmart to work. Fear is part of the human experience. So is depression. Like, you're not automatically mentally disabled because you have fear, anxiety, and depression. You're human. Now, some people have it more than others. So if there's an extreme case, then you may need to go see therapy or possibly even a doctor, etc. But you're not odd because you have fear. Now, if it always whelms you, chances are you're being idle, because productivity burns off negative energy. Like, if you don't wake up on time, and if you don't exercise, and if you don't do something productive, your idle time, your body sitting idle, has more time to circulate fear, worry, anxiety, depression, etc. So energy burns off steam. Like, you hear that saying? So energy burns off fear. How do you burn off fear? Get in the ring, start throwing punches. It'll go away. So that's number one. Number two is, what's the best way to overcome things overwhelming? Well, if you have a big task before you, break it down to small steps and take breaks. As an example, you have a big project tomorrow at work, whether it's stocking the shelves in Home Depot, or whether it's you have to do some computer data entry for a medical company. What you have to do, okay, is break things down to 3 or 4 quarters. Like, the NBA game is played in 4 quarters, right? So you should focus, you should pre-plan. Every game has a pre-plan. Like, for your task tomorrow, you should already try to line things up, okay? Like, at least put some notes in your phone or whatever, and prepare for it, okay? Because you're going to break a big problem down in small steps. And in the first quarter of the game, between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., because, again, you should wake up early. Between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., you should do one part of the big task. Then you should take a break at 9 o'clock, have coffee, watch a 15-minute video or something. Then you should go back in step 2 and break it down a little bit more. Then you should take lunch at 12 o'clock. Then you should go back in step 3, etc. So break overwhelming tasks down to small steps. You say, I got this big task of selling my house. What's step 1? Well, step 1 is clean out your house, don't get a storage unit, and list it online. Okay. And then you just go through the steps. And you take it one step at a time, one day at a time. You got a big task, get a broken sunroof. What do? Call the Jeep dealership. What do you do next? Get a quote on the part. Ask for the arrival. What do you do next? You go to the dealership. You pay for the part. You wait for it to arrive. What do you do next? Once it arrives, you pick it up. You put it on. You break everything down to small steps. You take one step at a time. It's going to be some patience. But you say, I don't have patience. I don't have patience either, guys. But when you have no choice, you do what you can do, and you stay productive throughout the day. Idle time is the devil's playground. Say it with me. For all you psychopaths who wake up late, have bad mental health, and you're not productive, you're not moving forward. Idle time is the devil's playground. Get rest, get the proper amount of sleep, but wake up early, don't take naps, and stay busy throughout the day. Good job, good question. Martha's in the building, one of my newest members. Good to see Martha, Ballin' Thug, and King in here tonight. Damn it, King, another $5 super chat. Martha, we'll come back. King says, thank you for the answers. Thank you for the great question. Thank you for the great tips, King. Keep pushing forward. You're a king. We're all humbled. So there's times where we're getting served, and there's times where we're serving. Never forget, there's nothing wrong with being a follower, and there's nothing wrong with being a leader. There's nothing wrong with getting someone a glass of water, and there's nothing wrong with someone giving you a glass of water. You do everything with confidence and humility. You balance to both, and you do the best you can. Martha, and there's always going to be some people that don't like you. Don't worry about them. Martha, oh my God. This happens in the 3s. Yep. You crack your phone, you have a broken sunroof, and you have a hard on in the middle of the night. You miss your pee jug, and the pee jug falls. Okay. Now, does death happen in 3s? I don't know. And I don't want to say I'm superstitious. Let's say that I'm just sharing, because I don't want to say like everything happens in 3s. Because then something's going to happen, and then everyone's going to get OCD. Go, oh no, the next thing's going to happen. I don't want to live in fear. So what I want to do is I'm not going to say death comes in 3s. I'm not going to say pee jug comes in 3s. I'm going to say take life one day at a time. Do the best you can. Because, guys, all we can do is that. Good job. She says, this is Martha now. Yep, Sam. Been there. We can all attest. Praise the Lord. I come against the storage unit in the name of Jesus. I hate storage units, man. I can't believe They sell storage. All right, let's go back comments. I apologize, Martha. She goes, the phone, the phone thing, yep. I get low cost prepaid ones because I'm klutz, saving. I ain't mad at that. I'm cheap in many things. The only thing I'm not cheap is my phone. Why? For IT, for YouTube, and for the nomad life, the phone is a great asset. You can DoorDash, you can do a YouTube video, you can answer work emails, etc. You can WhatsApp your mom, video conference. However, I usually go through a phone a year. However, what am I thankful for? That my phone last year it did too, it didn't crack on the front, it cracked on the back. So great comment, Martha. Thank you. Kathy, one of my newest members. Shout out to Chicago. Love and appreciation to Kathy. We got Kathy, we got Martha, we got Bowling Thug, and we got King. Kathy, sorry to hear about your horrible week. Well, I want to take a pause there. One is I am grateful. I have it better than a lot of other people. I'm just sharing to get it out a little bit and to share, the pros and the cons. Let's continue to read her comment. She goes, it is painful to repair phones. Oh, yeah. Or any electronic devices. Stay positive. I am positive. I'm grateful. I have a lot to be thankful for. Kathy, look at this. My whole sunroof comes up. I can't even drive one anymore. The Jeep Renegade has the automatic sunroof, but the automatic part, the motor burnt out. So I've been manually taking it out with the Allen key. I manually took it out, and then I stopped at the supermarket. I put it back up, but when I put it back up, I didn't latch it tight. And when I drove off, it flew off and it cracked. Someone ran it over. Thank God it didn't hit anyone. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful. But I said to myself, what am I going to do? Well, what can I do? Either got to get a new car or got to get a new sunroof. So I priced it out. I'm getting a new sunroof, $1,000. Do I have a choice? No. Am I grateful? Yes. But, good comment. Appreciate you, Kathy. Love to Chicago. Oh, Gringo, I see you in here, brother. I love you and I appreciate you. Let's go to Martha first. Martha says, yes. The waiting for parts. Oh, I hate that part, but I got no choice. She goes, etc. Is the worst part. You get it, Martha. True. While waiting to move to the next invention or DUI or creative thing while waiting. Hang in there, Sam. It's all worth it. I hear you, Martha. I appreciate that. Look, I think I was in more mental pain when I was in New Jersey over the summer and I got a flat tire because I hated to be there. Truth is, I'm in Florida. I'm very thankful for that. And other than that, I don't have any major issues. So my mental health, to repair my flat tire in New Jersey was $25. To repair my sunroof was $1,000. I'm not going to repair my phone. I just got a screen protector because only the back cracked. So for me, it's still a positive because I'm in Florida. I'm living below my means. And overall, things are pretty good. Thank you. Oh, Gringo, what's up, brother? I appreciate you pushing forward to your goals. I believe in you. He goes, however, if you work overnight, have a third stage kidney disease, and over 55 old, you're going to need a nap before work sometimes. Well, one is if you work the third shift, you should get sleep during the day. So either way, whether you're working at night, which I worked a night shift for several years, then you sleep during the day. Now, when I worked a night shift, I got obese, but I kind of let myself go. And I worked a second job during the day. I did my own side business for like construction, for electrical work. So what I can tell you is that if you're working at night, then you got to allocate time during the day to sleep. Because if you work at night or you work at day, doesn't matter because we all have 24 hours in a day. Now, if you have a kidney disease or something else, then the answer is either one is, if it's a disease that's one is, I don't wish a disease on anyone. Physical illness, which I've been through, I don't joke about, I don't take it lightly, and I have empathy that no one can understand your pain unless you. So I say that. But then I say there's only so much we can do. Either you're disabled or you're not. If you're disabled, apply for disability. I got family members on it. If you're not, you just got to work and then you got to rest. Rest is part of it, but naps destroy your sleep cycle. I come against naps in the name of Jesus. I hate naps and I hate storage unit. Why? Because they mess up your sleep. A nap is worse for you. Why? Because a nap messes up your sleep cycle. Then you can't get the proper sleep. If you don't get the proper sleep, your kidney gets worse. So I cannot stand agreement with naps. I cannot stand agreement with storage units. And science proves it that a nap will mess up your sleep cycle. Your sleep cycle is more important to your health than a nap. So your kidney going to get worse taking naps. That's my opinion based on that. Hold on a second. Martha and how hell I see you on live comments. Welcome to the Yacht Club, brother. Martha, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. We put it to the repair fund. Howell, welcome, brother, to the All Access Yacht Club. No commitment relationship. It's only right I'll support my man, who I appreciate that support. Appreciate everyone in here support. Thank you with gratitude and appreciation. without entitlement, but with gratitude. And let me tell you something, anyone who's a member, it's non-committal. So if you hate me next week or next month, you're not committed. For 33 cents a day, you unlock live chat access. I appreciate that. Thank you. Go back to live comments. Old Gringo. Thank you again to Martha. Old Gringo. Especially like last night when people didn't show up before and after my shift and I had to work 15 hours straight. I'll tell you right now, you just moved up. Every time you show up, you move up. Because I guarantee you, when people go to work tomorrow, I guarantee you someone in live chat, someone ain't going to go to work. Not you, but someone in your job. And I tell you guys, if you show up consistently, you're reliable. Like I said, same thing with YouTube. If you show up consistently, you're reliable. I know people close to being monetized, but they don't make videos consistently. They don't show up consistently. They hurt themselves. So consistency is the key to all things. Great comment, Old Gringo. Keep pushing forward. Old Gringo, I love you. I respect you. Keep doing you. Maggie, I seen you in 3 live feeds this week. I peed on myself this week, Maggie. Wow, Sam, I just dropped in now. Good to have you. I'm sorry, you're obviously having bad days. Holy cow. Look, overall, thank you, Maggie, but overall, I had a good week. I want to be fair and honest. I had a good week, but I had some bad things. Like everyone, I'm sure, in this live feed, like Old Gringo had some bad stuff, probably worse than me in some instances. And I'm sure Martha, I'm sure Howell, I'm sure Sabrina, King, again, Old Gringo, Kathy. I'm sure everyone had, Ball and Thug, some bad things. So I don't say these things. One is no one wants to hear your crap. Like, I know that. Like, no one wants to hear... I try not to complain to other people because no one wants to hear it. Just like I don't want to hear other people's stuff. But this is a platform kind of like where it's sharing and venting, and I'm focusing on the solution. What can you do? The only thing you can do is take the next step. Whether it's buying a new phone protector, buying a new sunroof, or going to the laundromat to clean your sheets that you peed in. Why did I pee on my sheets? Because I had a hard on in the middle of the night. Not because I was horny, but when guys sleep and they got to pee, their penis gets hard. And so, like, I tried to put my penis in the pee jug, and my pee jug, like, I was in the middle of the night, so I was like this, and the pee jug fell, and all over my sheets. Guys, you want to be at a truck stop covered in pee? You want to live in your car? You don't want a mortgage? You don't want rent? Huh. You know how many people would give up after sleeping in their own pee? Most of society. That's why I'm in the 1%. Howell, thank you again. Martha, thank you again. Bone Thug. King, thank you. Howell goes, I appreciate that. Only right to support. Thank you, Howell. Love and welcome. Martha, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you very much for that gracious tip. No thanks needed. No, I still got to be, you always got to be thankful. Never entitled, always thankful. Why? It's the right mindset. Good job. Got a storage unit. Oh, I hate storage units. A small one, hold on spring. Well, I love you, but you know, I'll never pander to you. She goes, the spring of 2021, sell off. Good. High quality stuff. Nope, dirt cheap, boy. Yeah, you're going to have to give it dirt cheap. Someone in New Jersey, flea market, only having it for 5 months. Let me tell you this. Good comment. Martha, I had a lot of nice stuff in my house. Okay, I called Salvation Army. I said, I got this couple $1,000 couch. You want to come get it? I want to give it away to charity. They go, we're backed up. You'll have to wait 2 months. I said, I'm selling my house in a month. I said, if you can't come pick it up, you ain't getting it. There's no way. I can't store it. And so I called a couple friends. They said, yeah, I would love to have it. They didn't come by. So you know what I do? I chopped it up. I threw it out. Okay. You know what happens when you list your stuff on eBay or you think you're going to sell it or want it? You're going to go out of your way to give it away because people, they're just not reliable. They don't show up to pick up free stuff. And when you sell it online, you got to factor in shipping and handling. You got to factor in going back and forth. And if there's one little thing wrong, people want a refund. You know how many people buy stuff from Amazon and return it? They're psychopaths. They buy, then they get it and say, I don't want this. And what I can tell you is, I think that 90% of your stuff you should just throw away, take the financial loss. I threw away albums of baseball cards that were probably worth a couple $1,000s. Why? Because it would have been a pain in the ass getting rid of them. Let me tell you something. Flea markets and all that, disaster. But this is my opinion. Remember, guys and girls, I'm just sharing my opinion. I love everyone. Everyone's got to live their own life based on their own thing. Thank you for the graciousness. Sabrina! Hello, Sam. And everyone, we're in here strong tonight. We got Hal, new member. Everyone's in here strong. I got a storage unit. Oh, not coming in. She goes, I got a storage unit myself. Damn it, I'm fighting against the wind. I'll keep camping and fishing supplies there. Well, what can I say, guys? You guys got me outnumbered, man. Most of society got me outnumbered, okay? Most of society got a flushing toilet, and they got a storage unit. Me, I got a pee jug that I drop once every year, and I got a cracked phone, I got a cracked sunroof, and I got no storage unit. I'm odd. However, I have no debt. However, I pee in a pee jug, so you take the go to bed. That's true. Good comments, Martha. True. No one wants to hear no one's crap. That's true. As I get older, I realize that because I used to, when I was younger, like call my girlfriend or call somebody I was talking to, and I realized like people want to know that you're human. People want to know that you pee on yourself. They want to know that your phone's cracked so they can feel better about themselves. Like I guarantee you, someone came in the live feed tonight or they watched the replay and they say, you know what, I had a bad week, but I didn't break my $1,000 sunroof. I didn't crack my phone. I didn't pee on myself. My week wasn't that bad. Well, I say, praise the Lord. I give you some entertainment that might make you feel better about yourself. However, I'm also saying that I'm grateful because I know some people got it worse. You know, they're in the hospital. They got major issues in their life. So I balance the perspective, but I've learned that share, but don't overshare because people don't want to hear crap. It's true. Let's continue. She goes, but everyone appreciates it. You get it. Relating to real life. You're on fire. Kindred spirits don't have to agree on everything. Damn it, 100 emoji. Shout out to Upper East Side of Manhattan. Coconut Dreams laughing. Maggie, super chat. I missed it. Maggie. $5. I'm happy to be here. Damn it, Maggie, you're on fire this week. Thanks, Sam. And by the way, I would probably have a panic attack while I came close if I was covered in my pee. Well, damn it, Maggie, love to you. I appreciate that $5 super chat. Was it worth it for me to pee on myself to get a $5 super chat? Well, guys, I couldn't control it. I didn't mean to pee on myself. What can you do? Like, you're going to go through life and your phone's going to drop, your sunroof break, you're going to pee on yourself. All you can do is clean up the mess. Thank you, Maggie, for your graciousness. Thank you, everyone, for your graciousness. I want you to hear this message tonight. When something bad happens, I empathize that it is not just physically and financially, but mentally, whether a panic attack or whatever, it's mentally taxing on your soul. And what I want to share with you is take your time, take a moment to look at it once, look at it twice, but don't look at your phone 20 times. Don't call your girlfriend or your boyfriend 20 times. Don't look at your sheets 20 times. Go to the laundromat. That's what I did. Call the Jeep dealership. Get a quote. That's what I did. Why? Because you can only look at the problem so long, then you got to clean up the mess. Why? You got no other choice. Got to go forward. Good job. Thank you, Maggie, again. Thank you, everyone. Let's go back to live comments. Kogan, it's great to see you. My man, Howell News member. I have been on furlough since March. All right, bro. What does furlough mean? And are you getting unextended unemployment benefits and or compensation from your employer? Howell goes, I worked at the Marriott in Times Square. Okay. I used the extra unemployment to pay off all my debt. Praise the Lord. Great job, Hal. After you pay off your debt, the hardest part is staying out of debt, brother. So, but one is congratulations. That's a huge thing. Now I'm getting, yep, damn it, Hal, you get it. He goes, now I'm getting too comfortable. See, I like your mindset. Why? Because just by you saying that shows me that you understand you have to be focused. Because if you're not focused, like, Future the rapper, I recommend Hal listen to the song. I listen to the song. Future the rapper got a song, Don't Get Too Comfortable. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. I will tell you this, no one should get too comfortable. And I can tell you this, when you pee on yourself in the middle of the night, your pee jug drops, guys, and you got a gallon of pee on your body, you ain't comfortable, okay? Guys, I'm living on the edge, okay? I'll tell you this right now, I might have to get home base soon, man. Let's take a hydration break. Hal, shout out to you, man. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Oh, Gringo. I knew a Jamaican dude back when I lived in Arizona. You got to get close to that border, man. We went to work in 2 jobs, like the Haymans. Had a storage unit and no car. Oh, that's crazy. He slept on a bus benches and had a monthly bus pass. He's rich now. That's a rarity. I don't know anyone rich that has a storage unit. You say, well, they got a big house. That's true. But most of the people I know in my life, they're in poverty, they're on disability, and their life's a disaster, and they got a storage unit. And they barely go to the storage unit. They're holding on to things from the past. It's like, I want to give you an example. It's like me peeing on my sheets and then saying, you know what? I'm going to put my sheets in the storage unit. Okay. If you don't use it, you don't need it. I use my sheets, so I went to a laundromat and then I used them again. If you don't use it, you don't need it. Now, if you're moving in the next 3 months, I can understand it. But I got family members, it's still in the box. They got a vacuum. Listen to this, guys. They got a vacuum they bought, I think on like, what's the shopping network online? HSN or whatever. They got a vacuum. They don't have a house. They don't have I mean, they're living in a substance. They don't got a house. And they're keeping a vacuum. They don't even clean. So I don't know, guys. It's a mental thing. But I have empathy. Why? Because when I sold my house and I threw away all my stuff, it was mentally hard for me to separate with stuff. So I understand. I don't talk down to you. But as I said, in the name of Jesus, I come against storage unit. You say, inspirational nomad, I'm Jewish. Well, in the name of Moses, I come against storage unit. You say, well, I'm Muslim. I say, in the name of Muhammad, I come against storage unit. Guys, in the name of Buddha, in the name of anything you can imagine, I come against the storage unit. Why? Because, guys, who am I to tell you what religion to believe in? But I am a guy to tell you the storage unit is Satan. Okay? So if you don't believe the storage unit is Satan, I don't believe you know the Lord. Okay? I don't believe you've been saved. Okay? I don't. Okay? I believe the devil still got something in you. So I want to come against it tonight. Okay? I want to give you an exorcism of your storage unit. I want to make you richer. See, like, why would someone not want to be richer? If I could tell you, I'm guaranteeing you to give you $200, not just a super chat, but every month for the rest of your life. Here's the sales pitch. Everyone in here has a storage unit. Here's the sales pitch. If a stranger would come up to you and says, for every day, every month, I'll give you $200 a month for the rest of your life. That's like all you have to do is cancel your storage unit, because that's what would happen. For the rest of your life, if you didn't have a storage unit, you would get an extra $200 a month, or however much your storage unit is. And it's a no-brainer. You have to convince yourself of this. I tell you right now, I'm trying to make people rich. Good job. Thank you, old gringo, for sharing, brother. I love you, old gringo. Where are we at? Old gringo also said the Jamaican dude put himself through college while being homeless. Most of the people I know went to college, didn't pay off for him, and living out of a storage unit and worked a full-time job while being homeless. That sounds like he beat the odds. It sounds like he's Mike Tyson. It sounds like he's an oddity. He's a Jennifer Lopez. Most people I know sounds like he's Cardi B. Cardi B was once a stripper. Now she's an overpaid entertainer. 99% of strippers I know, they didn't end up like Cardi B. So he's an oddity. However, I'm not mad at that. I celebrated success. Martha, laughing. Fighting against the wind. Oh, yeah. Laughing. See, Sam? We still love you regardless of your differences. Some ideas. You still speak 99% of truthful. That's pretty accurate. However, again, you guys aren't committed. If you don't like me, you unsubscribe, you unjoin. Why? Because one thing I like about virtual relationships is no one's obligated. And I believe that's when you get a real vibe. Now I can understand, look, in life, you gotta fight through the bad times, but you guys are already living enough life. I got enough we don't have to, let's have some good times. Okay. We already know life is enough. Why you want another relationship? You gotta do all that work. So I'm like your side piece. Guys, for 33 cents a day, you get a good side piece. You can cancel her anytime. That's a win. Old gringo. That Jamaican dude now owns a house, a brand new car, and owns his own business. He has rented rooms out of his house, collects money, and is about 6 employees. That made me stress just reading that. But if he's happy, because that's the thing, I don't know if he's happy. He could have all that stuff and not be happy. But if he's happy, 1 is he beat the odds. 2 is he's still not living a life I want. And 3 is if he's doing him and he's happy and healthy, I say God bless. Everyone has their own way. Good job. Maggie, you are hilarious. Well, thank you. Thank you, Maggie, for the gracious tip, too. I appreciate that. Sabrina, sorry to hear you had a bad day. That's okay. I'm still blessed. It was a bad week, too. It happened over a couple days. But at least you didn't shit on myself. Yeah, that would have been a disaster. When you fart and on yourself. Yep. Think of the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Yeah, who sung that? Didn't Bob Marley sing that? Bob Marley died of cancer in a Miami hospital. Bob Marley had got cancer, and I think he was overseas or something doing a concert, and he got so sick on the plane, they flew him to Miami, which was the closest hospital that had the proper amenities, and Bob Marley died in a hospital in Miami. That's the guy who wrote the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. So that being said, I do have a lot to consider. Old Gringo, at Sabrina laughing. Yes, yeah, crap on yourself. Have I ever crapped on myself? No, but I remember when I was young, my mom didn't fully wipe my ass and I got a rash. What did that teach me? I got to learn to wipe my own ass. Good job, Martha. Sabrina, yep, some stuff got a hold. And also, I want to say from my people from the UK, the one thing the United States is lacking is not just universal health care, but we don't have bondés or whatever, where the water shoots in your butt. I think there's a conspiracy for the toilet paper companies. I think they're trying to monopolize us using more toilet paper, because if we had the type of toilet like they have in Europe where the water shoots in your butt, that's less toilet paper. And I don't know why we're wiping our dry ass. I think it's a setup by the corporations. Martha goes, Sabrina, yep. Some stuff got a hold just for a smidge longer. Ooh, yeah. Guys, as you get older, your bowel movements, you don't hold them that long. Gave away a MILF hotspot right before COVID to find COVID work from home. Jack that hotspot up from 48 to 150. Guys, inflation is here. What's inflation? Inflation is last year a motorhome cost $50,000. This year it cost $70,000. Last year a house cost $150,000. Now it costs $300,000. Inflation is the Federal Reserve, not the free market. The Federal Reserve lowered the interest rate to zero. The government, through the Federal Reserve, pumped stimulus money, backed the bond market, jacked the stock market up, and it inflated the economy. It is not a free market. It is the Federal Reserve market. Always has been, always will be. Never forget it. If you want to know how to cure cancer, and you'll never be able to cure it, but guys, we have Operation Warp Speed for a vaccine. Why? They have grants given by the government. SpaceX and Tesla, owned by Elon Musk, these are all companies backed by government subsidies. So the only way you get stuff done on a mass scale, whether it's eliminating poverty, whether it's stimulus, unemployment, is the Federal Reserve. Or cancer research, Federal Reserve. It's not, oh, you just bought $20 worth of groceries at Publix. Do you want to give $1 to feed the homeless? Fuck no. Let the Federal Reserve give the homeless $1. Okay. I just had a guy ask me for $1, and when I told him no, he got mad. Okay. He was riding on a bike. Okay. And what I said, I ain't got no cash, man. And he looked at me a little crazy again. I said, what am I gonna do? So guys, I deal with the homeless, and what I can tell you is this: let the Federal Reserve help. But now I gotta watch my back. That's what happens. Yeah, you guys ain't ready to look. Let me take a hydration break. Martha, awesomeness, old gringo. Good on him. Nice. Coconuts. The wealthy people I know store their exotic cars and Ferraris and Lambos, etc., and they never drive them. Well, I'll tell you this, guys. For the 1% of people that are wealthy, they could have a storage unit. Why? There's so much excess. But if you're in poverty, or if your net worth is not over $500,000, I don't think there's a reason for a storage unit. But that's my opinion. Old gringo. When the Jamaican dude got his house, he got rid of the storage unit. Understand this. When he had no home and no car, he needed space, all caps, to store personal belongings and clothes, etc. I think he had a mental disorder. I think he beat the odds. I think most people are in poverty and they have high anxiety. They don't get up on time, and they go to their storage unit like the cemetery to visit their old sick, to visit their dead loved one that they didn't spend time with when they were alive. And their clothes and their items in the storage unit are the same thing. They don't spend time with them. And they're just lingering around their life, and that's why they're not going forward. That's my opinion. Maggie, our household is a constant in and out cycle. Oh, that don't sound good. We keep things that are very important to us. Everything else goes. Well, I like that part. Even 5 years old was so much happier when I gave away 90% of my toys. Well, I agree with that. If you want a toy, rent it. If you want a jet ski, rent it. If you want a kayak, rent it. Why? It's cheaper. It's more efficient. No storage unit. Good job, Maggie. Martha. No one's obligated. Ooh, I like that. I had an orgasm. This is why ideas and relating have us showing up here. Well, I'm very grateful for that. And reliability. Consistency is key. True. We ain't canceling, Sam. Well, that's okay if you do. Like I say, I don't want anyone to feel obligated. I'm human just like you guys, so I just want to give everyone the freedom, but I'm very grateful to have you. Unless you voted for Trump. Well, I didn't, but even if you did, love to you guys. No, just kidding. I love to you, Martha. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the support and kind comments. Old gringo. No, Bobby McFerrin. Oh, did he? Sung Don't Worry, Be Happy. Well, thank you for the correction. I didn't know that. Thank you. Bobby McFerrin's son, don't worry, be happy. Damn, I was wrong on that. Thank you for the correction. I'm still writing the story, June, though. Old gringo. Oh, a bidet, that's it, brother. Would be nice. Guys, I don't know who sung Don't Worry, Be Happy, but I know a bidet would make you happy. Hal. Hal's our newest member. I'm in the mindset of saying I'd rather collect $441 than work a job and make the same. I can understand that. I've collected unemployment before in my life. I am starting from scratch, born and raised in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. Maybe time to leave. Definitely. Look, New York is, I spent time in New York, mainly Manhattan, but what I could tell you is that I guess after the vaccine, maybe New York will go back to a level of normalcy. But even when it was at its level of normalcy, for me, I had already broken away from New York, New Jersey, and New Jersey's where I was born and raised and all that. But I spent time, a couple years in Manhattan. What I could tell you is this, is that I need warm weather. I need the sun. Okay. And I understand hurricane season in Florida is nasty for 2 months or 3, August, September, October. But I'd rather travel out of the state or deal with it than to live up northeast. Why? Because the cold, cloudy, and just the vibe up north is not what I want to be. So as you get older, living where you want and figuring out how to get an income there is key. Why? Because even if you make a little bit less, but you enjoy the environment, you're better off, in my opinion. Guys, tomorrow I'm going to upload a video from Delray Beach, Florida. Make sure you're tuned in. Every morning I do a new video. Oh, gringo. Inflation is like the invisible tax. Well, that's a good way to say it. I recognize you need a level of inflation. You need a level of it, but I don't know. We'll see. The only way inflation can become more is if they go negative interest rates, and they may. Other parts of the world are doing it. Germany, etc. Martha. We on bidets now. Yeah, I got to get a bidet. But Starbucks has got to get it because I ain't going to buy one. I don't have a house. Only on Sam's channel, guys. I'm breaking it down from bidet to having a heart on and peeing on yourself. I'm breaking it down tonight. Oh, gringo. I would highly recommend everyone to learn MMT. If you want to understand federal finance, MMT stands for Modern Monetary Theory. Thank you, old gringo. Theory is not like I have a theory. It's more like the theory of gravity. Okay, fair point. I'll have to look that up. Old gringo. Congress has authority over, all caps, the Federal Reserve. Congress just isn't really doing its job. Well, Congress passed a stimulus. Congress gave almost unlimited authority to the Federal Reserve during the coronavirus to basically allocate funds how they saw fit. So bottom line, guys, is who controls Congress? Corporations. Okay. So really the Federal Reserve is controlled by corporations because corporations lobby Congress. Now, Congress still has the interest of the people, etc., but it's all a little bit of a game, but we're still blessed to live in any first world country. I'm very thankful. Coconuts. Would you ever date another nomad? I would never date anyone. Why? I don't want to be bothered with entanglement. Like, why do I love YouTube? Because you guys can love me, I can love you from a distance. We're not entangled. And when we don't like each other, we don't have to liquidate our assets and change our numbers and go back and forth like, oh, I want you in my life, I want you out of my life. Oh, nope. One button, gone for life. And for the rest of my life until the day I die, that's probably how I'm going to live. Why? Because I lived the other life, and I think for the next 40 years or however long I'm left, I'm just going to do it on my own, for the most part. Love to you, coconuts. Oh, gringo. Bob Marley wrote, "Don't worry, be happy." Oh, okay. But Bob McFerrin got famous singing it. Well, what's the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy"? Bob McFerrin sung it too? I have to look it up. I appreciate your comments. I didn't know about that. Interesting. Sabrina, that's true, old gringo. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you, old gringo. Coconuts, it's getting cold in New York. Oh, wait till this week. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, your high. What am I going to tell you? Guys, we got a cold front coming through South Florida. Our high is going to be like 72 one day this week. Then back to 80s and 90s. That's what I'm talking about. I was fully submerged in the Atlantic Ocean today, just in case you're worrying. Martha, old gringo. Yep, you guys are, old gringo's breaking it down. You guys are into the monetary theory. MMT, finally people are speaking up. You guys are getting fired up about this, about working theories over junk theories. You guys are fired up. I'm not mad at you. Howell, tourism is over here in NYC for the time being. That's true. At least, yeah, till 2022, I would probably agree with that. I can get a call back from my job up to 4 years. Interesting. I wanted to leave this job 2 years already. All right, so it was like a blessing in disguise. I've been there for 13. Well, seize this moment, which means make the most of this moment where you're actually getting more or the same as if you were working. You have a transitional period where you can relocate or change your life. But if you sit on your hands, if you're idle, this time period is going to pass you by. Because, guys, one more month, guys, this week is the first week of December. So one more month. Guess what, guys? We're in 2021. It feels like just yesterday I was broadcasting live, from when the coronavirus hit. And I was telling everyone that the economy's going to shut down. Now, 2021, you got Biden, you got Cuomo, everything's different. 2022, I'll be broadcasting live again. Why? Because every day I broadcast live, God willing. I broadcast live on Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Easter. If you want me to perform at your child's bar mitzvah, give me a PayPal $10,000. If you want me to perform at your divorce hearing, I'll go live during your divorce, $20,000. I'm a capitalist. I don't know if they say that in the MMT theory, but I am a compassionate capitalist. I'm not going to lie. Oh, Gringo, high five at Martha. Martha. Coconuts, yes. We're getting that winter chill. Guys, head south. Sell your assets and liquidate now. Why? Because the Federal Reserve giveth and they taketh away. Eventually, they'll have to raise the interest rates. Maybe they'll go to negative, though. I don't know. But does everything always go up? The stock market, the housing? No. It's unsustainable. But just remember, if the Federal Reserve didn't back the bond market, that's what propped the stock market back up. If the stock market was still at around 18,000, 19,000 on the Dow, houses would not be high. And if the interest rates weren't jacked to zero, houses would be in a recession. The whole country would. So I'm glad they didn't let it go there, but they also created an unsustainable inflated bubble. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out. Bottom line is, if you can sell your house now, don't sell if you want to live where you're at. But if you don't want to live where you're at, guys, life keep flying by. Coconuts. Biden has a boot on his foot. Sprained it, I think. Hey, look, guys, we knew Biden was brain dead, but we also knew Trump was a deplorable. So, bottom line is, let's just keep Biden's Weekend at Bernie's, man. And not Bernie Sanders, but like the movie Weekend at Bernie. We're just going to move his ass around for 4 years. You know, that's all. We knew that, though, Martha. Everything is, it does feel good that 2020 is almost over. And I think I made the most of it as best I could, even though I had some mental breakdowns. We're all probably going to also get extra COVID credits, deductions, bigger refunds, hopefully. Well, hey, guys, money always makes you happy. I'll tell you that. You got to have your health. You got to have your health. That's true. Gringo. George Carlin, be happy with what you have. That's true. Even though he wasn't. George Carlin, which was a famous American comedian, he lived the American dream. He became a rich, successful comedian doing what he loves. And he also said the American dream, you'd have to be asleep to believe in it. So he was also a hypocrite because he lived the very thing he mocked. But I understand his mindset of what he said and why he said it. But it's like you also have to balance his thought process. But let's continue to read old Gringo's comment. He goes, be happy with what you have. I agree. It's not going to get better. Don't look for it. Well, I disagree with that. That's negative. And he was very blessed. He never acknowledged what he should have been thankful for, because he was upper society. He was being able to be famous and rich, being a comedian. And even though he had a lot of truth in what he said, it was a lot of negativity and not being fair. Like, guys, yeah, I had a bad week, but overall, I still had a better week than bad week. I'm still more blessed than negative. And so I always felt like he was a little bit too negative. And let's continue to read his comment, though. And they're coming for our Social Security. I think that was too negative. They want the money, and they're going to get it, too. I don't know, man. Actually, now people... Well, I think we could do better with Social Security, universal health care, even UBI. But like Hal's an example, right now, he's getting more being furloughed than he was working. Or just as much or the same. So, and broke people have storage units. So broke people just deducted their own Social Security. Broke people and people on disability or Social Security should not have storage units. Because if you're on Social Security, you're retired. Why do you have a storage unit? If you're disabled, why do you have a storage unit? You know, so there's no excuse if you're disabled, if you're retired, to have a storage unit. It's a mental disorder. I come against it in the name of Jesus. Good job. Coconut's laughing good. Oh, Gringo. I know George Carlin made his money. Damn right, he lived the American dream. And then he said it didn't exist. Martha, old gringo truth. SS insurance and my SS statements, I guess that's Social Security, and you got a storage unit, already have a note at the bottom saying I only get 80%. Well, no, you get 70% because deduct another 10% for your storage unit. Damn it, I hate storage units, man. They got all this poor people tricked, man. Old gringo, yep. I got pretty much the same note. Coconuts, what is your dream life to live in? House, RV, camper? Great question. I would say my dream is either it's one or two things. I haven't figured it out yet. It's an RV lot that I own with a cheap travel trailer on it, so there's not too much liability if something goes wrong, and something always goes wrong. Or if I tough out the nomad life, if I can't find an RV lot because of inflation and all these other reasons, and I tough my nomad life out until I'm on Social Security or I have fixed investments that I can know that if I lose my job, I'm not destitute, because I don't never want to go back to owing money. I never want to go back to being in a position I was. And I don't want to own a house. Just even if I had unlimited money, I don't want to own a house. So it's an RV lot with a travel trailer. If I nomad till I'm in my 60s, then once I get in my 60s, it's a Class B till I die. But I like the drive of a car, not the drive of a Class B. So I guess my dream life is, obviously, I could retire early, number one, because financial freedom is above any vehicle. That's why I'm sacrificing so much now. I want to be able, even if I keep working, I want to know that I'm financially independent. Any emergency can happen. But guys, I had a $2,000 a week, but I'm not destitute. I'm still not living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Oh, look, I'm sacrificing. I'm still working. So I want to be able to have that buffer. That's my number one goal. Number two is, after that, I want to add some comfort. I don't want to go through another summer without air conditioning. I don't want to have a homeless guy ask me for money right before I go live. That just happened to me. I don't want to roll over in the middle of the night and wake up and my pee jug drop because I had a hard on. I couldn't put it in. So probably an RV lot in South Florida with a nice new little small travel trailer on it that I can move during a hurricane. That's what I'm thinking. Good job. Good question. Oh, Gringo, look up Biden's statements about Social Security. Well, what I saw his statement was he tweeted that he wants to start Social Security at the age of 60. Why? Because it'll help the working class. If you can at least take it at 60. Now, you say Trump increased my Social Security by 1 or 2% the past couple of years. Yeah, but inflation ate that up. Inflation has been higher than your Social Security increase. So it's all relative, Martha. And in another 10 to 20 years, it'll be 60% of what we paid in. Military, family service, etc. Yeah, guys, look, if it was up to me, once you hit the age of 60 or 70, guys, I would give everyone, like right now, based on inflation, once you get into your 60s, everyone should get $2,000 a month, and we should have universal health care. And you just adjust that for inflation. That's what I would do. Because once you're in your 60s, no matter what you do with your life, guys, 60s, 70s, 80s, you shouldn't have to worry and kill yourself. We should do better than that. I agree. Hal, I was making $100 more. Thank you for sharing this. I was making $100 more when I was getting the extra this is the extra federal subsidy. And you may get that because I think there'll be another stimulus in Q1, definitely after Biden gets in. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. And he was saying he was making more when he was getting the extra subsidy for the unemployment. He goes, I am taking over 50% less than what I was making a week. Okay, thank you for sharing. That's interesting. So, one is, are you able to live comfortably off that? Or are you saying no, because it sounds like you were, but are you saying no, that's too much of a deduction, you're going to go look to get another job? Because I'm sure your skill set and your resume, I'm sure you could get another job if you wanted to. But it sounds like, I could be wrong, it sounds like you're comfortable with the amount you're getting now, and you don't want to get another job. You want to look at what's next in your life and then get another job. So just remember, I tell my younger and middle-aged people, working is like playing basketball. Even if you're talented, if you're not on the court day in, day out, you get rusty. Same thing with YouTube. If you don't upload YouTube consistently, you get rusty. So everything in life requires a rhythm, whether it's being a YouTuber, a basketball player, a boxer. Look at Tyson and Roy Jones. Now, age also determines that. Like when you're 60 and 70, you're not going to be able to get a job like this. When you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you're very employable. As long as you have a level of physical and mental ability. So always got to remember that, guys. Old Gringo, at Martha, we need a revolution. Well, I don't know, man. People have been calling for that for a long time. We're still blessed to live in a first world country, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm hopeful that things will get progressively better. Martha, not disabled or broke here. Shout to you. So Team Sturgeon, damn it. Sam, I'm not mad, but I got to speak my piece. But you got to speak your piece. For another 5 months only, Smile. I ain't mad at you. Still love your video message. I appreciate you understanding. If it makes us think about alternatives, good. Yeah, at least I'll push you a little bit. Okay, I know some people hate me on that, but at least I'll push you a little bit to think how much you really need or how much you really want that storage unit. That's all. Because why? It's just going to make you richer if you don't have it. That's all. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying that's my mindset. Oh, Gringo, by the way, I'm not a Trump fan. Even if you were, brother, you've been positive. You've always shared positive things, and you've always given something to think about, so I respect you and I appreciate you, old Gringo. But I'm not a Biden fan either. You got to do you, man. I'm a Bernie guy. I'm not a Bernie guy. Well, it's like everything. I like some of Bernie. I like some of Biden. I like some of Trump. I wish we could make a super robot. But there's no such thing. And there's no such thing like with a girl or a guy. You wish this guy was 6'4", he had a big penis, he fixed everything in your house, and he was ultra wealthy, and he didn't mind if you put on weight. But the truth is, he does mind if you put on weight. The truth is, he's tall, but he's dumb. So you say, I wish she, deep-throated my penis. I wish she swallowed the cum. I wish she cooked clean. And I wish she was rich as Oprah. The truth is, she's broke. She got a storage unit, and she eats too much Chick-fil-A. So, guys, look, there's no perfect people in the world. So you got to make the most of what you got. Good job. Coconuts. How long do you think you can talk for without stopping? Every night I'm put to the test, man. I think the longest live feed I did was 3 hours. But that's too long. I try not to. I just go till the energy's gone. But, guys, every day for 3 years, on Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I go live on this channel. So you find out every night. Martha. Oh, Gringo. That revolution is slowly here. I'm not mad at the U.S. government, though. Nothing is guaranteed. That's true. We were born naked with nothing. Well, that's true. and you're asleep in your pee naked with nothing. No, I'm just playing. We'll go out that way. That's true. Universe rotation supersedes. Yes, but I do hope and believe things get better. Oh, Gringo laughing at coconuts. Sabrina. I'm working on increasing my military disability. I'm at 40%, which, unless you broke the numbers down, that's $600 to, wait, let me read this. I'm at 40%, $600 to $3,000. The money is also tax-free. Well, you serve, you should get tax-free. One downfall is you get $100. You can't work. I can also collect Social Security disability. Well, Sabrina, so how, you don't have to share this. How much do you, I'm trying to understand, how much do you make a month? If you make $3,000 a month, oh, you say you make 40%. So, well, 50% of 3,000 is 1,500. So 40%'s got to be like $1,200 a month, right? What's poverty in America? Poverty in America is you make $1,000 or less a month. So if you make $1,000 or less, guys, you're in poverty. If you make $1,000 or less and you got a storage unit, you're in poverty and you're making yourself poorer. Guys, get rid of that storage unit, man. Oh, Gringo, very true, Martha. Oh, Gringo, 100% disabled military versus 40% disabled military. Yeah, she's at 40%. But 40% is, what does that 40% mean the time served? Is that what that means? Maybe I'm not getting that properly. Forgive me. But let me just acknowledge everyone. Thank you again, Maggie. Thank you, Howell, for joining. I appreciate that. Thank you, Martha. That was very gracious of you. Kathy, it was great to see you. King twice. Ball and Thug. Coconut's always in here strong. Thank you. We'll read more comments. I just wanted to go back and acknowledge everyone because I appreciate it. I have gratitude. Sabrina sharing her breakdown. It's good to see Maggie this week. Let's go back. Yeah. So we read everything. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Look, I hope my videos help in some way. I just share my life, the good and the bad. I have a lot to be grateful for. Can I be broken and hate life? No, I definitely can. However, all we can do is what we can do. And like I said, when you're faced with a dilemma, whether something breaks or something doesn't go right, take a moment to heal, think about it, but then you got to move on. Why? You got no choice. Sabrina? Know how much disabled you are. So you're 60% not disabled and 40% disabled. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Old Gringo says, if the U.S. military declares that you are 40% disabled, there are certain funds and rules that apply to you. Okay. If you are 100%, there are different rules. Oh, okay. Now I think I get it. Thank you, Sabrina and Old Gringo. Now I think I understand what you guys are saying. Hell, I'm getting comfortable waiting for government to give us the extra money. Guys, when I was on unemployment, I worked for a union in the beginning of my career, and I got comfortable too. And it put me in a cycle of working 6 months and then being on sometimes unemployment for 6 months. And it's an unhealthy cycle. I got out of that cycle and I went into the private sector. So I'm not saying everyone should live like me, but I'm saying if you're physically and mentally able to work, I'm not saying don't take time to take a break, because I did. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. But I'm just saying don't get too comfortable. Why? Your dreams won't come true. And let me continue to read his comment. By doing that, I am seeing myself getting into a bad rut. Hell, I've been exactly where you are. Again, I'm not trying to speak like a hypocrite. See, that's why I'm vibing with you. Because I know exactly, and I like the fact that you're acknowledging it. I was in the same mode. Not lazy, uninspired person. But this is getting to me. I went through the same thing, brother. You about to change your life, man. I can feel it. Coconuts. I'm 60% normal and 40% crazy. Well, you're addicted to sex, man. I think 90% of people, their life is screwed up because of their partner, whether man, female, or transgender. Doesn't matter. So it's understandable. Guys, look, we're all a little bit wild. Okay, guys, I pee in a pee jug. It spilled all over me this week. I guarantee you, 90%. I may be considered like, I got some extreme thing. I could probably collect disability, but I'm not. Okay, I'm working. But because I know there's some real people out there disabled. Now, this guy who just asked me for money, this homeless guy, was he disabled? He was riding a bike, asking me for money. I'm like, bro, you couldn't do something? I don't know. I didn't say that, though. You never talk to. I don't do that. I don't get in arguments. But it makes you uncomfortable. Like Hal's uncomfortable collecting unemployment. Guys, I'm uncomfortable sometimes in the parking lot, and I got homeless people come and ask me for money. So I'm going to probably get a home base soon. Kathy? I once saw a woman's storage unit. Oh, what a pile of clothes. It's a mental disorder. It was a disaster. Damn it. Kathy, you're on fire. Shout out to Chicago. Guys and girls, whether you're unemployed or whether you're broke with a storage unit, or whether you're 40% disabled or you're 60% normal, what I can tell you is this, guys. We all have our challenges. There's no doubt about it. And I don't have the answers to everything. I don't claim to. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Okay, and I'm trying to share, and we're trying to build together to go forward in whatever way you want. You say inspirational nomad, screw you. I'm keeping my storage unit, and I'm keeping my dildo. I'm not mad at anyone. All right, Old Gringo. My ex was 14 years younger than me. Well, I believe that any age different more than 10 years is a disaster. I dated a MILF who was 51. I was 30. Disaster, even though it was fun for a little while. Any age difference more than 10 years is a disaster, in my opinion. Old Gringo. I was 39. She was 25. We got married. Yep. And then got divorced. It was a disaster. Damn it, Old Gringo. You finished up strong, brother. Good job. I don't know what the MMT means, but I'll tell you this. I know anytime you got a 14-year age gap, it's a disaster. That's true. And if you got a storage unit, double disaster. But I'm not mad at anyone. Okay. All right, guys and girls. Thank you for sharing. Thank you again, everyone. Hal, welcome. Again, Maggie, thank you. Again, King, thank you. Martha, Old Gringo, Sabrina, Coconuts, Kathy in here so strong. Ballin' Thug, man. I see Ballin' Thug in a while, man. It was great to see him. I'm very grateful, guys. Very grateful for everyone out there tonight. It's a blessing. I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Coconut says, I would love to find a... Oh, here we go. I love coconuts. I would love to find a woman that finds a nomad attractive. Let me continue. Most women think it's a turnoff. Most women do, but even if you find one that's attractive, it's still a relationship. So it's like, it's still going to be a burden for both people. Again, the nomad life is total independence. A relationship is a total sacrifice of a level of independence. Even if you're both nomads, look at van life. Look at Element van life guy. He's in a relationship with a girl who just bought a house. He wants to be on the road. He ain't on the road. He's in a rental car going back up north to sell his van to go back down south to do a renovation. Guys, no such thing as being independent in your relationship. How? East Coast vibes. That's why we vibe. Hey, guys, I'm not going to lie. I had some beef with some West Coast people, but I got love for the West Coast. Why? Because Ida Mills tried to give me the cooch from there. So I got love for everyone, but I don't like the Gulf of Mexico. That's true. Oh, Gringo. Cars can be fixed. Pee can be cleaned up. That's true. I'm very grateful. Coconuts. A lot of emojis. I appreciate those emojis. Coconuts, swimming, beach. Coconuts. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow from Delray Beach, Florida. I think you're going to like it. Why? A lot of outside eatery. A lot of bars. Oh, Gringo. I'm one and done. Praise the Lord. Vasectomy in house. One marriage. That's it. Never again. Sometimes I think about that with a house. And that's a good point. How? I see Home Depot. Well, if you see Home Depot, treat it like Satan. Say, back up and get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. If you see Home Depot, treat it like Jesus. Get behind me, Satan. If you see a storage unit, say, get behind me, Satan. I don't like storage units or Home Depot, Martha. Hello, Hal. New member since a few days ago myself. Been watching for months, though. Guys, I think this is the best 33 cents a day. I think it's the best 33. Guys, with inflation, I think this is the best 33 cents with no commitment. I think it's a win. Hal, that's to van life. Yeah. If you're in van life, don't do a van build. Put a full-size mattress back there. Get some sheets. Get a pee jug. If I had a van, I probably wouldn't have peed on myself. Why? Because, guys, I'm in a Jeep Renegade. Very tight. So I woke up with a Woody, and I was trying to finagle it into the pee jug, and it was a disaster. All right, guys and girls, that's it. We read all the comments. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Why? Because even though I had a bad week, a lot of people had it worse. I have a lot to be thankful for. I got my new sunroof on order. My phone is still workable. I'm using the live feed now. I have new members. I have a lot of support on YouTube, and that's something to be humbled and thankful for. Martha, I'm laughing. Coconuts. Now I got to do the math on my percentage of nomad / normal too. God, we got homework here. A lot of work going on here, Sabrina. Do you fish, Sam? No, I don't. But I see from your comments you're very passionate about fishing. A lot of fishing spots in Florida. I would love to see a video of you at the beach fishing. Well, I won't be doing that, but I'll try to make some videos of people fishing. Over the course of the next couple of days, I did some videos by the beach, and some people with fishing gear passed by me. So I'll try to make a mental note, because I could tell you're passionate about a lot of fishing down here, Sabrina. Well, you're from Louisiana, so I'm sure there's a lot of fishing there too. But a lot of people fish down here, it's true. Old Gringo, how? No build van build. Yeah, I agree with that. Look for those videos on YouTube. Yeah, guys, just get a van, put a mattress back there, you're good, in my opinion. Old Gringo, no build, van build. Keep it simple. I agree with that. Good job, Old Gringo. All right, guys and girls. Oh, Old Gringo, that would be cool. Video, Sam, fishing on the beach. I may have to do one. You're going to see some of my beachy videos, but yeah, I'll make a mental note. If I see some people fishing, the only problem with that sometimes is when I get too close to people that I don't know and I'm putting them on camera, it's like an invasion of privacy. So I try to respect that. When I'm driving, obviously, you'll see everything because I'm not invading anyone's privacy. But to walk up to a fishing pier and to put a camera in people's face, my phone, it makes people feel awkward. But I'll still do it, but I have to, that's what makes it a little bit awkward sometimes, Martha, Kathy. Yes, I know 2 people who have mini mansions with storage units of unopened boxes, hoarded home goods. Oh my God, I can't. Storage unit is Satan's shed. That's my opinion. Maggie's been strong. She's been here a few nights. Good night, Sam. Good night. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate all your support. Thank you for that super chat. And it was great to see you these past few nights. Oh, Greg. Oh, Sam. Ooh. Latino Mills on the beach. Well, I'm definitely not showing that. Why? Never show your side piece or your main piece. Why? You got to keep some privacy, guys. I just told you I peed on myself. I mean, I can't share everything with you. Hal, I see Home Depot. What's saying Sam said about that van dude? Oh, yeah. When he was cleaning termites at his new house. Yeah, he's done, man. I felt bad for him because he thought his life was going to be different, but he don't realize his life will never be the same. Coconuts, you have 60 watching. I'm very grateful. Nobody wants to get off here. Well, I'm great. Coconuts, look, I am grateful for that. I know I put the hard work into YouTube. I know I show up consistently. So I know I play a part in it, but I also know that people don't have to watch. People don't have to support. So I am humbled by that, and I'm grateful for that. Oh, Gringo. I'm just messing with you. Nah, old gringo, you gotta be you, man. I appreciate all your comments tonight. You had a lot of value. Thank you, brother. Good to laugh. Laughter's good for the soul, man. Martha, at Coconuts, I hear you. We're here, but just keeping the crazies out, so we lay low. Lay lowing is the key, laughing. My bet is nomadism will be acceptable, normal due to COVID. That's interesting, Martha. I was thinking I'm going to do a video about that. In my opinion, I think the nomad life peaked out in 2020. I think van life, RV sales, I think they all peaked out in 2020. I think COVID actually has pushed more people to buy home bases. Housing prices reflect that, even the nomads on YouTube. Most nomads on YouTube, they bought a home base within the past year. Most of them, 90%. I'm one of the few that still doesn't have any type of home base. I still stand by my original statements that still less than 1% of society live as a full-time nomad. And I still think that for most people, they'll never want to live this life long-term. Maybe for a couple years, and I think it'll be great. Maybe for a transition, maybe for part-time on the weekend. But for 30 years of your life, you're probably not going to want to live in even an RV. Now, an RV, a fully self-contained RV, it's a tiny home, so maybe. But usually you have to park that in an RV park. And that makes, you go, well, I'm gonna buy an RV and go in an RV park. I might as well buy a house and be in a nicer community. So, now some of the campgrounds are nice. So, but to be a nomad, you have to sacrifice, you have to be innovative, and you have to be willing to move. I think we all know that most people are lazy. Exhibit 1, the storage unit. Exhibit 2, most people wake up late. Exhibit 3, most people are not consistent. So exhibit 4 is most people will never be long-term nomads. So it's a great dream, but it's like you wake up with a heart on and you spill your pee jug. It's not reality. Good question. I'm going to do a whole video on that, Martha. Sam and all, take care, hearts and minds. Well, I appreciate the positive love. Thank you. Coconuts. Martha, thumbs up. You get a lot of good emojis. Coconuts. Martha. Old Gringo. Navajo, another Javi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Marine, once told me, keep a low profile. Someone told me that before I created a YouTube profile. Someone in my personal life said, Sam, keep a low profile. I said, well, I'm going to do a YouTube. He goes, keep a low profile. So the biggest downside of YouTube is I sacrifice privacy. The biggest upside is it's a side hustle, and I enjoy to do it. So everything has a give and take. Be professional and stay cool. Well, I totally agree, though, with that whole statement. Good job, Hal. Now, in one sense, I have a dream about being financially independent, not being a public figure at all, letting myself go and gaining a lot of weight and just me. But I think I kind of gave up on letting myself go because I don't think I ever want to be unhealthy again. Do I ever want to live a completely private life? Look, if I was a millionaire and YouTube wasn't a necessary supplemental income, I don't know. I do enjoy doing YouTube. Now, maybe that'll end. And again, if YouTube didn't have any money involved, I probably wouldn't do it because it wouldn't be worth the sacrifice of privacy. So, I don't know, man. All you can do, though, is take life one day at a time, see what happens. Hal, casket only fits one. Do for you and keep pushing all night. Amen. Best $10 I spent. Thank you for the inspiration. Well, thank you for the support, love. Thank you, Hal. Coconuts, definitely get a home base, Sam. I'm definitely thinking about it, but inflation and low inventory is screwing me. Now, I had an opportunity for a home base last week. I almost bought it, but I waited a week and it was sold. And I called with an offer and they go, well, we can't even take your offer. We're already under contract. I said, damn. Guys, if I could be broadcasting under contract, but I'm not. It's nice to have. You can always go on a road trip. The only reason I'm considering a home base now is, look, I know 90% of the year I want to be in Florida. Maybe I'll travel away from Florida during the hurricanes, but if I know I want to be in Florida now, it doesn't make sense to be sitting in a parking lot having homeless people ask me for money or trying to find places to park or paying for campgrounds when I could be paying for property. So, look, I've been living full-time 4 years, but I'm not going to buy an overinflated RV lot, and I'm not going to get caught into the rat race. And the deal has to be right. The situation has to be right. I still, and I'm willing to wait. Hopefully my health and all circumstances. Look, sometimes I'm vulnerable out here but I have a lot to be grateful for. One day at a time. We'll see what happens. But I agree with you, Coconuts, old gringo. See you later, Hal. Love your comments. Yes, everyone had good comments. Like Hal comments were excellent. He shared a lot about what he's personally going through. That was good. So was Sabrina's. Martha. I'm aiming for a van in spring. Okay. Not financing. Praise the Lord. Saving, and yes, no build. Good. Just DIY. The hardest part about the nomad life is not, do you need this luxurious RV? It's, do you have the mindset to adapt? Are you willing to keep it moving? That's it. If you're willing to adapt, willing to keep it moving, and willing to sacrifice, because most people end up spending more money on their RV, campgrounds, gas, and maintenance, and that's fine if they budgeted for it, but a lot of people have a false idea of the nomad life. However, look, everything in life you have to experience. You have to experience love, you have to experience jobs, you have to experience lifestyles. So I don't want to rob people of their experience. I just want to say, calculate the cost. Calculate the cost, prepare, and then take a calculated risk. Good job. Coconuts, you're the real deal, Martha. Coconuts, I love independent women. You also love sex. That takes chances. Coconuts horny, man. Coconuts, I got a feeling you didn't masturbate today, brother. I can feel you backed up, man. Next thing you know, I know Coconut's going to ask to see if Martha got an Instagram. And I know you ain't going to be checking to see if she got van bill pics. I know how Coconuts get down. Dude, he's horny, man. Coconuts, after this Lafayette ends, I want you to go watch Free Porn immediately. Because I can tell you're backed up. And I tell you guys, you got to masturbate once a day. You got to. Okay. All right, I love you. Stay positive. Keep pushing forward. Do the best you can. And thank you for everything. Yeah, Coconut's laughing. I love you, brother. Very proud of you. Better masturbate.